everyone. So we are going through a 45 lecture project about target NEET physics, and we have completed 2 lectures. Now let us discuss the third topic, which is projectile motion. So let us try to understand what is projectile motion, what is the basic data required to solve the questions based on projectile motion. Also, what kind of logics we required to solve the questions based on projectile motion. So, the very first thing, what is the definition of projectile motion? If you project a body at an angle, either with horizontal or with vertical, is defined as projectile motion. Now, here consider this is horizontal, this is vertical. Usually, we take the horizontal as x-axis, vertical as y-axis, and the initial velocity making some angle with horizontal. Of course, it is making some angle with vertical also. Now, when you throw the body at some angle into air, it comes into air and it moves under the effect of what? Gravity again. Because of gravity, it reaches particular maximum height and then come back, reaches the ground. Now, in that case, this is like a motion in 2 dimensions. So, what is my best suggestion is, when you want to solve the motion in 2 dimensions, split the motion into 2 directions separately, like x-axis and y-axis. Then write what is the initial values along x direction and what are the initial values along y-axis, and specify the motion along x-axis, specify the motion along y-axis. Like x-axis, if you consider, acceleration is 0. So velocity remains constant. So what kind of motion it will become? Uniform motion. That's why you consider at any point throughout the motion, the horizontal component of velocity remains constant. So at any point, after any time, before reaching the ground, Vx is always equal to Ux. What is Ux? Initial velocity component along horizontal. So the velocity component along horizontal Ux is how much? U cos theta. What is the vertical component initially? U sin theta. So that here along y-axis, if you consider, acceleration is minus g because the motion is along vertical. There is always one acceleration due to gravity, that is minus g. Why minus g? You are projecting up and acceleration is downward. And what is the initial y velocity? Uy is u sin theta. Now the question is, what is the velocity after some time? Here the velocity always remains constant, that is u cos theta, because acceleration 0. But here there is some acceleration and that is constant. So what kind of motion it will become? Uniformly accelerated motion. Then velocity at any time will become uy plus ayt, and displacement after some time, nothing but y displacement, or at any point height of the body, because after some time if you consider, at any point the height is nothing but y displacement, and the horizontal distance covered on the ground is called x displacement. So y displacement will become uyt plus half ay t square, and one more formula is vy square minus uy square equal to 2ay sy. So here uniform motion, here uniformly accelerated motion. So why I am explaining this? Because not always you will get the question directly based on the formulas. What are those formulas? Like, what is the ascending time from A to B? What is the descending time from B to C? Both are same. How much? U sin theta by G. Or in generally you can write it like Uy by Ay. What is uy? Initial velocity component along vertical upward. And what is ay? Vertical acceleration. Even when you consider motion under gravity, upward motion, what is the initial vertical velocity? U. What is the acceleration? G. So what is the time? U by G. Similarly, what is the total time? Ascending plus descending. And what is the maximum height it reaches before reaching the ground? That is the generalized formula I am specifying, uy square by 2ay. So uy is initial velocity component along vertical. Ay is vertical acceleration on y-axis, along y-axis. Now here one more thing is also there, that is range. So when you throw a body at some angle from particular level, before reaching the same level, it covers some horizontal distance. That is called what? Horizontal projectile. That is called horizontal range. And that value is 2ux uy by g. Because along the horizontal, what kind of motion? Uniform motion. So what is the displacement formula? Velocity into time. So at any time after time t, what is the x displacement? U cos theta into t. Because along x direction uniform motion, so x displacement is u cos theta into t, velocity into time. So using this formula you can derive this range formula, where t is total time of flight from initial to final point. That value will come here. And at any point y displacement already we have written, that is uy, u sin theta into t minus half ay g t square. And if you derive the relation between x coordinate and y coordinate, that is called what? Equation of trajectory equation, and that will comes out to be y equal to tan theta into x minus g by 2u square cos square theta into x square, or you can write it like ax minus bx square. This is the generalized form of projectile motion. And here y depending on x, in what way? X power 2. We already discussed in the previous topic like graphical analysis, where we have studied about parabolic graph. If y depends on x with power 2, then what kind of graph will come? Parabolic graph. So similarly, now we can conclude that what is the path of projectile motion? Parabolic path. So this is the generalized equation. So now let us try to understand few more things. This is like basic data. How to consider the axis, what is the data, how to apply the equation, what is the generalized equation, what are the basic formulas. But let us try to take some special cases or few kind of questions what we can expect based on projectile motion. So that is all about how to solve the questions based on this projectile motion. So let us try to make some relations. So first one, what is the total time of flight? 2u sin theta by g. And what is the maximum height? U square sin square theta by 2g. Now if you understand the manipulation which we can make between the equations, and if you can solve such kind of things, then the questions based on projectile motion also easier. Like now if the question is like derive a relation between t and h, they are asking, then try to remove, like here sin square, here sin. So how can you remove that? You can square this one. So that idea you should get it first. T square is 4u square sin square theta by g square. And what is h? U square sin square theta by 2g. So that t square by h, you divide both of them. U square sin square theta, u square sin square theta get cancelled. G get cancelled. So what will remain? 4 by, or you write it here, 4 by g will remain. Here 1 by 2 will remain. So 8 by g. So t square equal to 8h by g. This is the relation between total time of flight and maximum height. Now let us consider one more case similar way. Consider range. What is the range formula? Range is like 2 u square cos theta sin theta by g, or u square sin 2 theta by g. Now if you want to get the range is maximum for a projectile motion, range should be maximum. So range should be maximum for a particular speed. You have to throw with particular speed such that it can go to maximum possible horizontal distance. When it is possible, you are telling constant, g of course constant. So what you can vary is theta, angle with horizontal. You try yourself. If you want to jump to long jump, then you have to take the angle at the midpoint like 45 degrees. That we can show mathematically also. See here, r should be maximum means sin 2 theta should be maximum. So what is the sin 2 theta value? 1, because sin theta maximum is 1. Then what should be 2 theta? 90 degrees. Then what is the theta? 45 degrees. So for an angle of 45 degrees, range is maximum. So when range is maximum, so that what is that maximum range? U square by g, because sin 2 theta is how much? 1. Then theta is how much? 45. Then what is the corresponding h max? What is the h max formula? U square sin square theta by 2g. So u square sin square 45, that is 1 by 2, because sin 45 is how much? 1 by root 2 divided by 2g. So it will become u square by 4g. So r max equal to u square by g equal to 4, you bring this side, nothing but 4h max, because if you take 4 this side, it will become u square by g. But what is u square by g equal to? R maximum. So what is the relation between r maximum and the corresponding h maximum? H maximum at theta 45. So at an angle of projection 45 degrees, range is maximum, and the corresponding maximum height reached by the projectile, they are related in this manner. And one more thing also we can study about this range, that is the range of a projectile is same. The range of projectile is same for two different angles, one theta and one 90 minus theta, called complementary angles. For theta, range is u square sin 2 theta by g. For 90 minus theta, if you take, the range will become u square sin of 2 into 90 minus theta divided by g. So it will become 180 minus 2 theta. But what is sin 180 minus 2 theta? Again sin 2 theta. So that it will become u square sin 2 theta by g. Therefore you can say that range is same. So range is same for two different angles. And what are those angles must be? The sum of those angles must be equal to 90 degrees, which are called complementary angles. Now and the time period C1 equal to total time of flight for the first angle theta 2u sin theta by g. T2 is 2u cos theta by g, because here 90 minus theta is nothing but cos theta. So that T1 T2, if you take 2u into 2u sin theta cos theta whole divided by g into g. And what is the range formula? U square sin 2 theta by g. Here sin 2 theta is there, here sin theta cos theta is there. So immediately you should get the idea that if you multiply this, then you will get sin theta cos theta, so that you can write 2 sin theta cos theta as sin 2 theta. Therefore here T1 T2 will become 1, 2 you keep it aside, Then other 2 sin theta cos theta, you can write it as sin 2 theta by g into g. So that u square sin 2 theta by g is nothing but range. So 2 into this whole thing will become what? Range 2r by g. So what is the relation between t1, t2 and r? t1, t2 equal to 2r by g. This is only when you consider complementary angles. For the same two complementary angles, let's take the corresponding maximum height. Range is same, but maximum height is not same. Take for theta h1. What is it? U square sin square theta by 2g. What about height for 90 minus theta? h2 equal to u square sin 90 minus theta. What it will become? Cos. So cos square theta by 2g. Now to derive the relation h1 h2, you take u square whole square. Sin square theta cos square theta, I can write it as sin theta cos theta whole square, whole divided by 2g whole square. Now here to write it as sin 2 theta, you need 2, but it is square. So what I will do is I will multiply with 4, divide with 4. So that 4 I can write it as 2 square. So you can take the 2 inside. So that u square whole square, this 4 I am taking inside, 2 square. So 2 sin theta cos theta, sin 2 theta whole square divided by 4 into 4g square. So that this is u square sin 2 theta divided by, how much it is? 16g square. 16 times g square. Here also square is there. Now 1 by 16 times u square whole square. So u square sin 2 theta divided by g whole square. Yes sir. Just try to understand properly that here u square whole square same as it is, sin 2 theta whole square, sin square 2 theta, 4 16 g square, and I am writing 1 u square, 1 sin 2 theta, 1 g, all are having square. I am writing like common. Now u square sin 2 theta by g is what? Range. Therefore h1 h2 equal to r square by 16. So r square equal to 16 h1 h2. So r will become 4 root h1 h2. So if you observe properly, what we are doing is completely like mathematical manipulation between the formulae. Understand the question, understand the need, and then go for the manipulation using the data, using the formulae, using the concept, whatever you have studied, whatever you have understood, whatever you have remembered. So that is what kind of questions. And few more type of questions will come based on the same projectile motion. Let us try to understand those things also. Like, so consider, suppose a projectile having initial speed u initially at an angle theta. Then the question is like, what after time t? After time t. What after what time? After time t, what is x velocity? What is y velocity? What is x displacement? What is y displacement? We have seen already. Yes sir. But same thing you can express in terms of vector form, like initial velocity vector. X component is u cos theta I cap and y component is u sin theta j cap. So that this is the vector form. What? Initial velocity vector. Now what is the velocity vector after some time? Ux, same, because x velocity remains constant. But y velocity, what it will become? Vy equal to uy plus ayt. So u sin theta minus gt j cap, because vy after time is uy plus ay into t. So this is the velocity after some time t. Now this is the angle made by projectile initially. Now after some time the speed changes. Also angle with horizontal also changes. Then what is the tan alpha? Their y component by x component, Vy by Vx. What is Vy? U sin theta minus gt. By what is Vx? U cos theta. Or one more relation also you can make. See, at this point, after some time, what is the speed? V. Then what is the component of that velocity along x-axis? Ux is V cos alpha from this data. But this x component must remain same everywhere. Whatever is there initially, same should be here also. What is initial component? U cos theta. Then what is the speed? At this point, where the instantaneous velocity making an angle alpha with horizontal is U cos theta by cos alpha. Then they can also ask you about like what is the change in linear momentum after some time t. What is change in linear momentum? Change in linear momentum means mass into change in velocity. What is change in velocity? Final velocity minus initial velocity, magnitude you consider. Final velocity is here, initial velocity is here, you subtract. U cos theta I cancel. U sin theta j cancel. What is remaining? Minus gt. So delta V is minus gt j cap. Then what is the magnitude will become? Gt. Then what is the corresponding change in linear momentum will become? Mgt. So this way always it is important using mathematics and manipulation of equations. That is the only or better solution in understanding and in solving projectile motion. Of course, in the whole physics, to solve any question, first you need to understand the question in a proper manner. That is different thing. But here, most of the times, mathematical equation manipulation is important. Let me tell you one more thing also, which is bit logical, also bit difficult. That is, consider the same case like projectile motion. Now you have thrown an object with an initial speed with u at an angle theta. Now it is going. They'll ask you, this is the initial velocity direction. After some time at a particular point, the instantaneous velocity, this is the instantaneous velocity at this point. This will become perpendicular to initial direction. So if you throw at some angle initially, then after some time the velocity vector or velocity direction becomes perpendicular to initial direction. Then they will ask you what is that time. At what time these velocities become perpendicular, means after what time instantaneous velocity becomes perpendicular to initial velocity. If two vectors are perpendicular, then what is the condition from mathematics? Their dot product must be 0. And just now we have taken what is the initial velocity, what is the final velocity. What is the initial velocity? U cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap. What is the velocity after some time? U cos theta I cap plus u sin theta minus gt j cap. Now here dot product v bar dot u bar. Dot product, how do we find? Product of I coefficient. So u square cos square theta. Then product of j coefficients plus u sin theta into u sin theta minus gt. So this is u square, if you take common, here cos square theta, and here if you observe u square sin square theta, so plus sin square theta plus minus plus into minus u sin theta times gt. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is how much? 1. But this dot product should be equal to what? 0. Then here u square minus u sin theta gt should be 0. So u square equal to u sin theta into gt. Then p will become u cancel u by g sin theta. Like this, many number of questions will come based on different things. But I personally request you that use the logic, understand the question and solve the question using mathematics and manipulation of equations or formula whatever we have. So try to understand that importance. This is what all about, like how to solve the questions based on projectile motion. Let us take one or two questions which are important models or which have already appeared in the previous entrances, so that you will understand. So whatever data we have studied, whether it is useful and in what way it is useful in solving the questions. As we have discussed many things regarding the projectile motion, let us try to solve two questions and let us check whatever we have studied is useful in solving the questions or not. The very first question, they have given the trajectory of equation like y equal to 2x minus 9x square and the angle of projection theta naught, something we don't know, and the initial speed is v naught, we don't know. Then they are asking to find what is theta naught and v naught from this equation. Then immediately you should take the general form. What is the general form we have taken? Y equal to tan theta x minus g by 2u square cos square theta into x square, which is nothing but ax minus bx square. If you take this equation and compare with the given equation, in place of tan theta, what is there? 2. Then what is theta will become? Tan inverse 2. Sometimes they may also give in terms of this value sin or cos. Then how can you convert it? Tan theta means opposite by adjacent. Then this will become root 5. Then the corresponding sin theta will become 2 by root 5 and cos theta will become 1 by root 5. Then the other one is v naught. If you compare the x square coefficient, g by 2u square cos square theta equal to how much? 9 in place of this. Then g value, if they mention it to take it as 10, then take it 10, otherwise take it as 9.8, depends. Let us take 10. 10 by 2 into u is v naught. Cos square theta, cos theta is how much? 1 by root 5. Cos square theta means 1 by 5 equal to 9. Then this 5 will go upside, so that 50 by 2 into 9 will come this side, and v naught square you take this side. 2 25s are. Then v naught is under root 25 by 9. How much? 5 by 3 meter per second. So this way you can solve the questions based on projectile motion. Similarly, let us try to understand the second question. So the first question is based on trajectory of equation. Let us take the second question. Read the question carefully and try to understand it properly first. What is the question given? A shell is fired from a fixed gun with an initial speed u such that it hits the target on the ground at a distance r from it. If t1 and t2 are the values of time taken by it to hit the target in two possible ways, the product t1 t2 is. Just before we already derived this relation, but they have given like a big question. What is that relation? For theta and 90 minus theta, complementary angles, range is same. How much it is? U square sin 2 theta by g. And the corresponding time periods, if you take t1 t2, then what was t1 t2? We got 2r by g, where t1 is u sin theta by g, sorry, 2u sin theta by g, 2u cos theta by g, because one is theta, sin theta, another is 90 minus theta, so sin 90 minus theta is what? Cos theta. So this is the relation, direct question, but you have to understand the question carefully, because here they are mentioning in two possible ways such that the target is same. What is the target is same, but in two different possible ways means what? There only you have to use your sense that they are telling you the condition indirectly that two different possible ways you have to use so that the range must be same. So that you will understand and you will get the answer. So this is the way. Try to understand what are all the concepts are there and try to understand the importance of manipulation of mathematical equation and then solve as many questions as possible. So let us end the second topic, that is projectile motion, and I hope you understood and try to solve the questions.